Hello, hello, welcome to today's messages of love. Yes, I moved everything around, trying to find that sweet spot. I literally tried every configuration and ended up pretty darn near where I was when I started. So that's the first message. Sometimes just the act of moving things around is going to be helpful and useful, right? Even if you end up back where you started, you moved energy around, and energy needs to flow and move, and because it can collect, right? So getting in there, moving things around, cleaning the areas, the unreached, all of those things matter. So do that if you feel called to do that, and just trust the process. Trust it. Okay, but I seem to have misplaced. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? We've got, oh yeah, where is everything now? My books are too far away. Okay, it's not a perfect working system yet, but it will be. Okay. We've got liberation. Recognize you are a star and release yourself from the confines that hold you back. With intention. Yes, be intentional with the things that you want for yourself. Hey, and liberation. Let go of your judgments. The freedom arises and strengthens your self-image. Hey, hey, creeper. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. She's like, oh. Okay, so liberate yourself. Recognize yourself as the star that you are. Let those other self-judgments, limiting beliefs that hold you back from shining, from dancing, from doing what you got to do. And shine bright like a diamond. Okay, and then be intentional. I've been getting that a lot. It's been coming in many forms, the messages, that you need to be clear on what it is that you want so that the universe knows what to deliver, right? And this isn't like, I want this specific thing. We're talking about embodying the vision, the grand scheme, the energy, the feelings, the be general but specific, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yes. There's a lot of paradoxes and dichotomies in the realm of the universe and energy because it's about a balance. And Gibo. It's about a balance and Gibo. Okay, this speaks about beautiful partnerships in all the areas. Partnerships in love, life, work, friendship, all of that jazz. No. Gibo with the swan of love. There he is. The swan was the gift of lasting love. Joining with their partner, they exchange a promise and a bond of fidelity, allegiance, and trust. Each lives in the harmonious cycle of giving and receiving, while caring for, loving, and protecting the other. Gibo is a beautiful and generous symbol of sacred exchange. To receive, you must also release. When blessed, you should in turn bless. Gibo encourages honoring your commitments and contracts and returning like for like. Union comes in many forms: love, friendship, family, and business. Gifts, partnerships, sacrifice, fair exchange, and honor. Beautiful. Okay, so there is that aspect to your intention. Be intentional with the relationships that you want, the unions that you want for yourself. Right? Reciprocating, loving, balanced, safe, playful, creative, expansive, balanced. That was the balance card. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love with each other and see what beautiful things, what beautiful magic, what gorgeous worlds we can create together. Yes. Okay. Let's figure this out here. All the cards in the world have come out today. Okay, those guys and these guys, and holy, there's a whole pile of them. Okay, well, it looks like this is gonna have to move over there. And what do we got? What do we got? We got these three. So there's some side ones here, and this one. Your intuition. Okay? Very important. Key to all of this. Your liberation and your intention, right? When you are tapped into your higher self, your higher knowing, and your ability to trust, right? This is that release the self judgment and criticisms and limitations, right? Your intuition just knows. It's your brain and then your doubt that wreak havoc on what you know. How do you know? Prove it, show it, think it, make it, be it, da 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 da. Then you talk yourself out and around it, and then you're detached, right? Okay. So your intuition. This is your star power. It wants to be liberated. Okay, what else we got here? We've got the joy and the beautiful balance of gorgeousness. This is the union card, the union of all of the beautiful, beautiful relationships that make life grand. Okay, this is balanced, stable, joyful. This was everything I was talking about. And far as the relationships, this is love. This is foundation. This is sturdy, safe, fun, flirty. This is bond. This is allegiance. This is partnerships that last a lifetime. Okay, we've got you, the star, and all the people. Okay. Just rando walking by. So you, the star, and the people. This is a your focus on yourself. Your focus. This is you, liberation here. This is the star that you are, right? Yes. Recognize and liberate yourself. Free yourself from your own confines. See how the star is stuck behind this crazy force field. It's like holding them back. Okay, and that's you. You are your own jailer. You gotta free yourself. Okay, and these are people who are drawn to your light, your soul tribe, your people. These are the gorgeous relationships, unions, business, friendship, romance, love, foreverness. And also the opposite, right? Because it's a halfer, it's a halfway. So it's all the people drawn to you. Yes, okay. We've got your ships coming in and your removal from people, from groups, to heal and grow and tend your garden. Okay, this is part of your shining, right? Is to get really involved in the dirt, right? To be able to remove, buff, and shine. It's like you're plugging in. And then the ships coming in. Okay, these are all the things you, like the beacon, like the lighthouse, signaling. More like a beacon than a lighthouse, because I think lighthouses warn, don't come this way, there's rocks. I think so. Okay. We've got the Queen of Discernment and your grounded, balanced, stable self. Okay, this is the queen who communicates and cuts away. She also discerns what's what, who's who, and why is why. Okay, and then the foundation, the pentacle grounded realm. This is the foundation that this beautiful thing is built on. Okay. Oh, and the Empress. This is something the Empress is drawing in. Here is her balanced state between the feminine and the masculine energies. Okay, the earth and the air. Beautiful. Beautiful. She is the birther of all things, which makes sense that death is so close to her because they are one in the same. The death of the old, from the bones of the dead sprout the seeds of the new, of the birthed. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is legacy. This is abundance that lasts generations. Okay, and the Empress is drawing it all in like a beautiful love frequency magnet. Okay, we've got the Chariot and this confidently moving towards things with your sword of truth, right? It's also like the pioneer. You're using your sword to cut away any obstacles and you create your own path in the process. Okay, and this chariot, which has a rainbow, is the cosmos, the universe lining up to bring you all of the gorgeous things that you deserve. Oh my god, it's the Emperor and the Empress, only divided by legacy and abundance and gorgeousness. So, wow, okay, beautiful. And the Seven of Cups here, this is the luck overflowing into you, onto you, affecting you and all those around you, going, what? How did that happen? How are they so lucky? And you're like, because I'm the Empress holding the vibe, and I'm also the Emperor in my balanced, making things happen for the good of all gorgeousness. And we've cut your balancing and your uh, mastery, self mastery. Okay, this is also the dedication, the bond, the testament. This is the what did that book say? What did that book say about that thing with the thing? Damn it. Honoring commitments, contracts, returning like for like, a symbol of sacred exchange. This is a bond of fidelity, allegiance, and trust. Okay, bonds. That's the word. That's the word. Sacred bonds that last lifetimes. Okay, this is why it's the self mastery, because it's something. It's a dedication to yourself, to your knowledge, to your expansion, right? And then the balancing of all your bodies, your physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, and spiritual bodies. Okay, grounding, centering, and connection with your higher realms. This is something that you need. This is a necessary part of this being, seeing, having. This is also, this one gives me the third eye, right? We've got the third eye as if your higher self and intuition is standing, looking out your third eye and seeing and knowing, feeling and observing all of the things, right? So I feel like this is part of your need to recognize, right? You have done so much work balancing and trusting your intuition, this dedication to self and this honoring of self and others, right? Because this is why the healing of ourself has such a powerful effect on our relationships. Um, because through the honoring of self, you recognize the importance, value, and all of that to honor yourself. And so you want to honor other people. You want to be, you treat others as you want to be treated, right? So I want to put these ones up here because I feel like those are the things that you can trust. These are the things that you should, no shoulds, that you are. Okay, this is your liberation. Like, look at the look at the balance. Okay, yes, it's beautiful. This is what you bring. This is what you have. This is how far you've come. You know, I'm very much one of those people who I forget all the time that I can do stuff. If I'm not doing the stuff all the time, right? Like I forget I can do stuff, and you know, skill sets and all that kind of stuff. Like I would burn that. I forgot I could wood burn, but look at that. I did that. Right? That kind of stuff. I just forget. It's like if you don't use it, you lose it, right? Okay, what else we got? We got the Queen of Cups. Okay, she's open. Her heart is wide open. Okay, but not in an open, vulnerable, easy access, trophy type way. More in like a healed, embodied, going with the flow, overflowing with love, kind of having love to give, but still discerning, right? I feel like this, oh, this tower flew out to the side here. Okay, and what's this guy? Passionate Knight. Okay, so I really feel like the releasing of things is so much so acting as the releasing of weights that are holding you down or dragging things out for you. The more you release them, the lighter you become, the faster you can move passionately on the things. And I also think, because the tower came first and then the passion, so there could be something major coming in that is going to shake your world right down to its foundations. And then things are going to pick up quick. Okay. So this could be like a sudden job change or sudden life change move. All of those towery type switcheroos that come out of nowhere, and now you're heading in a completely different direction. Okay. And so what's really important about towers is how you respond to them. So flow, roll with it, trust, no matter how it looks on the surface, it is still working in your favor. Okay. When I was at the river, it started to get kind of rainy and windy, and the river flows this way. but the wind was coming this way, and the wind was blowing across the surface of the water and making it look like the river was flowing in the wrong direction. But it was just on the surface. The river was still flowing the way it needed to flow, right? And so don't trust what the surface is telling you. Know, right? That that's just wind on the surface, right? Okay. Okay, so this tower might be linked to this chariot and ships coming in, and your ability to roll with it, okay? To discern, to judge, to tell, to see, to recognize, aha, that's just the wind on the surface of the water, right? And flow with it. Roll with it and flow with it, okay? And then this fast moving energy, maybe this will be linked to something in your physical realm that will make you move confidently towards, about, with. Yes. I mean, it's kind of in here, right? Because of the death, the weights, and things looking like, oh, wow, you're really lucky. Okay, we got the signs and synchronicities coming in from your spirit team, your divine from the universe, okay? They're little breadcrumbs, little nudges, little nods from your higher self, from your spirit team, helping you, leading you along the way, okay? And the more in tuned, the more emotionally regulated you are, think of your emotional regulation like the surface of the water, okay? And you can see things clearly. Your spirit guides, your signs and synchronicities, they're all beneath the surface of the water. And when your nervous system is regulated, when you're emotional, when you're able to maintain this momentum of love, peace, joy, right? Happiness, you are keeping your pool clear so that you are able to see all of those little fish and frogs and river creatures that are telling you things, whispering sweet things in your ear, okay? And this is something, this regulation is something that you do, well, I think it's linked to your Empress, actually, because she's holding the frequency, and this is how you get into that frequency, is with your emotional regulation, okay? And I also feel like this is what this is. This is an emotionally regular, this is where your nervous system is safe, right? And it's attached to your physical realm because it's about maintaining your cool regardless of what's happening in your external. Okay, and this is also your ability to release things that come in, right? Something comes in your way, wants to disrupt your emotional regularity, you being like, nope, this is not serving this. So I need to cut it away. I need to let it go. I need to put it to death. I need to release, right? And then you maintain, you get back in there. That's not worth getting upset about. I let it go and la, right? Okay. And the signs and synchronicities, I feel like these are real tangible things that you have to discern for yourself that come from the universe, leading you towards your abundance and gorgeousness. Okay, that you move on, that you act on with the Emperor. The get her done guy and the hold the line gal. Hold the vibe. Okay, well, where's the balance in this reading here? We're kind of all over the place. It's okay. What else you got? We've got the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies, the sun and the moon. This is about your active role in your own balancing and of the aspects, okay? We need to have a good balance. If we're too feminine, no good. If we're too masculine, no good. We need to be just right. Also, this harnessing of the sun, this sun power, this choosing the light, right? The harvesting the sun power to grow your gorgeous things in your garden. Okay, and also, no, I don't think that goes there. I think this goes here. Okay, because it's this balance, the sun and moon balance, that the Empress taps in. This balance and this regulation. These are kind of like the tuner or the radio device that the Empress tunes with. Maybe they are actually the little tuner valves. Valves, what do you call those things? Knobs? Buttons. Yes, both of those things. Okay, and then this one is the boundary. Here, safe space and the courage to leave it in the real world, right? To be able to step out and pioneer, carve your way into the unknown, into the unknown. Yes. Okay, what is that one? Oh, what's this? Fast moving energy again. Okay. So we've got things moving and a grooving here. Moving and a grooving. That doesn't make sense over there. Picking up speed. This one here is reserving your energy and not spending it frivolously on little things that sap you without big return, right? Like the lion. He's patiently waiting for the big things before he takes off, and making sure that he's got the energy to take that thing down when it arrives, right? So lots of resting, stretching, keeping the ladies happy. Okay, we've got patience and justice. Okay, so this is about your patient preparedness. I use the word wait loosely for your divine justice to unfold, because it's like an unfolding. But this tower here, it might all come at once, right? Sometimes there's a bit of a delay. Your energy is here, but it takes a bit for all of the components to line up. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're ready. And that just might happen here for you with all of this gorgeousness here that is happening. Okay. So your patience. I also feel like this justice is connected to this beautiful harmoniousness that is coming for you here. And the people, right? Having to have dealt with people who disrupted your growth, but really they were catalysts, they were components, right? Like you may have always poured into other people's cups and nobody poured back into yours. So your divine justice is to start drawing in, attracting people who will pour into your cup. Finally, that kind of justice, okay? And you're being super patient for it is important, because it's in the patience that the real tests from the universe come. Because are you going to settle for something less? Are you going to go back to your old ways? Are you going to fill in holes and blanks because you're impatient, right? And I love this knight because look at how prepared he is. Look at his armor, like the man hours or woman hours, the hours it took to patch those up. That ready. They're ready. They're ready for anything. And so while you're being patient, prepare by releasing, by creating space, by seeking and destroying anything that tries to convince you that it's not coming or that you don't deserve it or any of those things. Okay, we'll go through one more time. The spread is crazy. Cards all over the place. Okay. That's it for those guys. Let's get confirmation. Backup confirmation from the new deck. Who wants to come out and confirm some things? You do. 3 of coins. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. That's a big stack of woe. Okay, we got the moon. We got the Prince of, is that wands? We got the 6 of wands, the 7 of wands, and the justice. Okay, so from a 6 to a 7, this is things that are moving out. Okay. This here, the moon, is about things that are yet to be revealed, things that are hidden. And it's got this moonflower, and it only blooms once for a few hours. I don't know if it's called a moonflower. And it only blooms at night. And this is the datura, or whatever that plant is called, and it's hallucinogenic. It's got all these wands. Okay, I will consult the book. How about? What do we got here? Okay, 3 of coins. Honing one's skills to master a craft. Material increase. And it's saffron. The Persians took a special interest in the purple flower and cultivated it into what it is still used today, which is why the coins on this card are Persian dedics. Okay. Saffron. Crocus. Honing one's skill to master a craft. Material increase, trade, and commerce. Okay, so this also, where is there? Okay, it speaks about self-mastery as well as learning. And so that's another way, instead of that you can prepare, is to learn things. What are you interested? What are you drawn towards? If you've been following me for a while, I've kind of gone on this, or you're aware that I've gone on this crazy copper tangent. I've been making copper plant things and wrapping crystals like crazy, because crystals or copper conducts, right? And I don't actually have any of them except for the one that I'm wearing, so I'll show you. There. This is a rutilated quartz, and it's got a rutile, which are these little tiny threads of mineral that act kind of like copper does. Copper conducts, right? And rutile does as well. And then you put that in with quartz or smoky quartz, and you've got something programmable and intensified. Anyway, so my idea with the copper thing was to intensify the properties of the crystals. And then I just came across this book that was my first introduction to crystals, and crystals having a resonance and all this kind of stuff. And I just refound it and totally started reading it. And I'm learning about crystals all over again, right? It's like a full circle moment. And so that's something, these are like signs and synchronicities, things that lead you along the way. Where are your interests, right? If you're interested in the stars or the spirits or the whatever, like start seeking, start filling your well. Yes, fill your well. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. So that's good. Yes, seek to learn more, expand. We are in a constant state. Okay, and then we've got the 6 and the 7 here. Datura, that's what they're called. Highly poisonous species, also known as the thorn apple, makes a potent salve, but was also used by assassins in India. Cool. The wands are brass, which symbolize the balance of enlightenment and destruction. Okay, so that's 7. 6 is a much-needed respite, a chance to connect with friends, a temporary break, and then a struggle or confrontation is brewing, strength to endure the ordeal. Okay, so this could be that, like, taking the time to reserve your energy so that you can better navigate whatever confronts you, whatever comes across your way, right? Which could very well be this tower situation. Okay. And your ability to navigate and right yourself, right? A tower, you could be floating down the river in your little kayak, and a big bump and a swell or whatever they got going on there flips you over. Now you're upside down, right? It's important to stay calm, cool, collective, and right yourself. And then you're back flowing. But if you're panicking, if you're screaming, breathing in water, well, now you're going to drown, right? So don't drown. Just self-correct quickly and efficiently and move on. Okay, and then we have the justice. It's the right time. Everything has lined up correctly. Success is imminent. Okay, beautiful confirmation of things turning in your favor. This is beautiful. This is confirmation times 2. You deserve it. It's coming. So release yourself from that. You don't have to worry about that. How it's going to get there. Get excited about how it's going to reveal itself to you. And learn a thing or two. Hone a craft, okay? Illumination, intuition, dreams, changing tides, imagination, and creative power. Okay. Okay, so it says, where the star is about quiet enlightenment, the knowledge of the moon is draped in shadows. It represents the power of imagination, the strength of subtlety. This cactus blooms for a single night, glowing in the desert and beckoning moths and bats with a heavy perfume. Queen of the night, that's what it's called. Like the moon itself, its power is fleeting, but its pull is immense. Ooh. Gorgeous. Okay, so timing, divine timing, right? What was it about? Illumination, intuition, dreams, changing tides, imagination, and creative powers. Beautiful. And this B, Prince of Wands. The sacred fig, a messenger, a dreamer, an envoy, a youthful individual on the start of a new journey. Okay. This crown is the crown of Agni, the messenger of the Hindu gods. So this is giving me this page of swords, even though it's the page of wands. Yes. This new, setting out. So like if I were to start healing with crystals, I would be this page, this new, just getting my sea legs, feeling it out, figuring it out as I go. Okay. Well, those cards are gorgeous. And I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna call it a day. Why don't we just do a couple of these guys? Oh, I guess we need some. We'll get a couple divination cards here. Let's hear from the fairies. Oh, look, communication flew and landed over on the Eight of Wands here. So communication could be coming in for you. And appreciation. Yes, this is another way to prepare yourself to be patient, right? To be appreciative of everything that you have, especially because this too shall pass, right? So if it's something beautiful, like if you get the opportunity to suddenly move, well, make darn sure that you are sitting in all your love and appreciation for where you are right now, because this too shall pass. It's going to go and you're never going to get it again, right? So it's important not to rush through things. Trust divine timing. Trust that when things are meant to be and happen, they will. And you're going to love it. Yes. Okay. Let's get to... maybe that's too much. That's too much. We'll get a kitty one and a crystal card. Yeah, because we were talking about crystals. Yes, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wild, I saw. Wild. Into the wild unknown. Also, this allowance of like perfection or having things be so just so. And it's like leave space for the wild as well. Because that's where we learn and grow. That's our expansion. The things we don't control. Okay. We've got relaxation. Okay. Just lean in, trust, and get yourself ready to jump. Freedom, unique, and focus. Okay. I don't want to read any of these. So we're just going to look at them. What does freedom mean? What does focus mean? And what is being unique? You are bringing a unique resonance into this world. And so don't judge it. Just trust it and be the best shining star that you can be. Okay. They got room up here. They're so cute. Okay, and freedom. Yes, free yourself from the confines that you're imposing upon yourself. Be free. Let your freak flag fly, right? Like, don't judge it. Don't hold it back for fear of your own judgment of yourself, really. Because who cares what some Joe Blow, nobody who crosses your path one time in your entire life, who cares what that guy thinks? Right? Yes. Self-judgment. Also, people don't see you the way you see you, right? And that's another way of detaching. Just because like you can focus on stupid little things about yourself that no one even notices. No one else even notices. And so why would you hold yourself back on something that nobody even notices? And even if they did, it's not that big of a deal because they barely noticed it, right? Okay, 29, growth. Yes, courage, strength, and flexibility. You are a growth-seeking being, experiencing, interacting, and learning by virtue of your life's experience. Is there a circumstance within your life that feels outside of your control? Transformational growth and deep emotional healing can be gained by observing the underlying patterns occurring in the events around you. These situations, through the law of attraction, are a result of your conscious or unconscious creation. Accepting this truth provides motivation to examine and release any beliefs or habits preventing you from experiencing a life of joy, understanding, and gratitude. The opportunity for growth is at hand. Look beyond your conditioned responses and explore the gifts and knowledge this situation has to offer. Your heart sings with joy at the opportunity to realize your deep spiritual growth. Okay, gorgeous confirmation here. Of all the things. Wow. Okay, yes, you're beautiful. You're a star. And part of taking your power back is recognizing that you're the only one holding yourself back, right? And it's like, what? And this is part of doing the healing work and going within, right? That hermiting aspect of this kind of work is meant to quiet the noise so you can just deal with your own. Then you can recognize, then you see, oh, that tether there, that's mine. I can just release that. I can just get rid of that. I mean, sometimes, a lot of the times it's harder than that, but we are seeking this beautiful, balanced, joyous gorgeousness, right? This is what we want. Emotional, regulated, healing, heart space, gorgeous relationships, peace, prosperity, and balance, joy, and love. Yes, yes, we want those things. Okay, I want them for you. I want them for you, and you deserve it. Okay, so here's the new area. Yes, yes. This is my little sponge that I use for the cards. For the cards. Okay. So that's the reading. I hope there was some good stuff in there for you. Lots to look forward to. Like, wow, and gorgeous. And these relationships that are coming in. Trust them. Trust what you feel. Trust what you know. You have all the tools, all the things necessary for this gorgeous, beautiful life. You just have to find and eradicate those last little binding things that are holding you from your recognition of self. Okay. And set forth positive intentions for yourself and watch them materialize. Okay. Love you, appreciate you, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.